Stop scrolling for just a moment. I know you've heard it all before. Eat your veggies, go for a walk. But what if I told you the advice you've been getting for decades is actually setting you up for failure after 60? We're not talking about simply living longer anymore. We're talking about thriving, about maintaining the strength, the vitality, and the independence you deserve. If you've ever felt like your body is giving up on you, or if you've struggled to find an exercise routine that doesn't cause pain, this video is your blueprint. I'm going to share the 3 biggest game changers in exercise and diet for the golden years, and the crucial mistakes almost everyone over 60 is making without even realizing it. Stick with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could redefine the next few decades of your life. It's a beautiful thing reaching this stage of life. You have the wisdom, the perspective, and the time. But let's be honest, your body has changed. You might be noticing that the little aches are a bit louder, the fatigue sets in a bit sooner, and the weight doesn't just melt off like it used to. This isn't a sign of inevitable decline. It's simply a signal that your operating manual needs an update. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now, starting with the cornerstone of a vibrant life. Movement. The exercise revolution after 60. It's not about miles, it's about muscles. For years, the advice was simple. Cardio, cardio, cardio. Go walk for an hour. Ride your bike. And yes, those things are still good for your heart, but they are dramatically incomplete when it comes to maintaining a truly functional, resilient body. The single biggest shift in fitness for older adults, the true secret weapon, is resistance training. Myth busted. You're too old to lift weights. Let's tackle this head on. If you think weightlifting is just for young bodybuilders, you're missing out on the most powerful anti-aging tool at your disposal. After the age of 30, we start losing muscle mass at a rate of 3% to 5% per decade. This loss, known as sarcopenia, isn't just about looking less toned. It's the primary driver of weakness, frailty, slow metabolism, and that terrifying fear of falling. The solution? Load your muscles. Your body responds to load, a force greater than what it experiences in daily life. This load signals to your muscles and your bones, hey, we need to rebuild and get stronger. 1. Strength for independence. Think about the simple act of getting up from a low armchair or carrying groceries. These are strength movements, squats and carries. By doing exercises like modified squats, using a chair for support, wall push-ups, or dumbbell rows, you are directly strengthening the muscles that keep you independent. 2. Bone density is non-negotiable. Resistance training is the best way to load your bones, stimulating new bone growth. This is crucial for fighting osteoporosis. Every time you lift a weight, your bones get a microscopic nudge to fortify themselves. A simple rule: if you put a weight in your hand, like a dumbbell, or even a water bottle, and move it, you're helping your bones. 3. Metabolism magic. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, meaning it burns more calories at rest than fat tissue. By building and maintaining muscle, you are essentially stoking your internal furnace, making weight management much easier. This is a crucial, often overlooked benefit. How to start right. The 3 pillars of safe and effective movement. If you're new to this, please start slow. The goal is consistency, not intensity. 1. Strength. 2 to 3 times per week focus on compound movements, exercises that use multiple joints, and muscle groups at once. The sit to stand. Stand up from a sturdy chair and sit back down without using your hands if possible. That's a perfect squat. Do 3 sets of 10. Wall push-ups. Place your hands on a wall, step your feet back, and perform a push-up against the wall. This builds upper body and core strength safely. Oh, dumbbell carries. Hold a moderate weight in one hand and walk. This is a phenomenal core and grip strength builder, mimicking carrying groceries. 2. Flexibility and balance. Daily, this is where we protect against falls and injury. Oh, single leg stands. Hold onto a counter and practice standing on one leg for 30 seconds. Progress to doing this without holding on. A strong sense of balance is your best insurance policy against a broken hip. Oh, gentle stretching. Focus on the hips, hamstrings, and shoulders. Think about dynamic movements like gentle leg swings before exercise and static held stretches 30 seconds afterward. Never stretch a cold muscle. 3. Cardio. Most days, keep up the walking, but make it meaningful. Instead of just strolling, try to walk with a purpose. Pick up the pace slightly or find a route with a gentle incline. If you can only do 10 minutes, do 10 minutes. Consistency triumphs over the occasional Herculean effort. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, this is overwhelming. It doesn't have to be. Just committing to 2 days of strength training and 3 days of focused walking, along with a few minutes of balance work daily, puts you leagues ahead of the curve. And if this information is already clicking for you and you're nodding along, do me a huge favor and tap that like button right now. It helps this essential health advice reach more people who need it, just like you. Diet. Moving beyond the low-fat trap. Let's shift gears to what you're putting into that incredible machine of yours. For too long, the narrative was low-fat and cut calories. While calorie management is important, the real focus for the post-60 body must be on nutrient density and, critically, protein intake. The protein imperative, your body's daily construction. Crew, if resistance training is the blueprint for rebuilding muscle, protein is the building material. We don't absorb and utilize protein as efficiently as we age. This means your protein needs are likely higher now than they were in your 20s. The mistake: many older adults are meeting their daily caloric needs, but they are doing so with foods that are low in protein. Think breads, snacks, and sugary drinks. This dramatically hinders muscle maintenance. The new target: experts recommend aiming for about 1.2 to 1.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For an average 150-pound, 68 kilograms individual, that's roughly 80 to 115 grams of protein. This might sound like a lot, but it's manageable when you focus on protein in every meal. Protein timing is key. Your body can only effectively utilize about 30 to 40 grams of protein in one sitting for muscle synthesis. The key is to distribute your protein throughout the day. Breakfast instead of a bowl of cereal, which is mostly carbs. Try Greek yogurt, eggs, or a protein shake. Lunch and dinner include a palm-sized portion of lean protein, fish, chicken, tofu, or beans. Snacks: cottage cheese, a handful of nuts, or a small protein bar. Beyond protein, the trio of must-have nutrients. 1. Omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats are critical for reducing inflammation, which is linked to almost every age-related disease, supporting brain health and lubricating your joints. Think of them as internal anti-rust oil. Sources: fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, walnuts, flax seeds, and high-quality supplements. 2. Fiber. As our digestive systems can become a bit sluggish, fiber is your best friend. It not only keeps things moving smoothly, but also feeds your beneficial gut bacteria and helps regulate blood sugar. Sources: berries, whole grains, oats, legumes, beans and lentils, and all non-starchy vegetables. 3. Vitamin D and calcium. the bone team. Even with strength training, your bones need the raw materials. Adequate vitamin D is essential for your body to absorb calcium. Since sun exposure is often limited or less effective as we age, and dietary sources of D are scarce, a supplement is often required. Talk to your doctor, but a high-quality vitamin D supplement is often a non-negotiable part of the post-60 health plan. This is a massive topic, and we've just scratched the surface on the essential foundations of movement and nutrition. In the next part, we'll dive deep into those critical mistakes everyone is making and discuss the often ignored importance of sleep and stress management for physical health. If you're still with me, you've already internalized two massive takeaways: the absolute necessity of resistance training and the critical importance of protein in your diet. But knowledge is only half the battle. The other half is avoiding the subtle, insidious mistakes that can undermine all your hard work. Let's dive into the avoiding mistakes section, because often what you stop doing is more important than what you start. The four most dangerous mistakes people over 60 make. These aren't rookie errors. These are habits and misconceptions that have been ingrained over decades. Mistake number one, the no pain, no gain mindset. This mantra is dangerous at any age, but it can be catastrophic after 60. Your body's recovery capacity, joint resilience, and tendon elasticity are different now. The fix: listening to the whisper, not the scream. Differentiate discomfort from pain. Muscle soreness, DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, is normal after a good strength session. It feels like a generalized stiffness or fatigue, sharp, shooting, or joint-specific pain, especially in the knees, hips, or shoulders, is a warning sign. Embrace the RICE principle: rest, ice, compression, elevation, for acute injuries, but also embrace prehab. Prehab means preventive rehabilitation. If your knee bothers you, don't stop moving, modify the movement. Do squats shalovir. Use lighter weights. Never work through joint pain. The power of modification. If a traditional lunge hurts, switch to a split squat with counter support. If running is painful, switch to elliptical or swimming. The goal is to move the muscles without stressing the joints. Movement is life, but smart movement is longevity. Mistake number two, ignoring hydration, the silent energy thief. You know you need water, but did you know that the feeling of thirst actually diminishes as we age? By the time an older adult feels truly thirsty, they are often already clinically dehydrated. Mild dehydration severely impacts energy levels, digestion, and cognitive function. It's an invisible drag on your day. The fix: scheduled sips, not reactionary gulps. Set a schedule. Don't rely on thirst. Adopt a habit: a glass of water when you wake up, one before every meal, one before and after exercise, and one before bed. Factor in medication. Many common medications, especially diuretics for blood pressure, increase the body's water loss. If you're on medication, your hydration needs are likely higher. Consult your physician, but never assume you're drinking enough. Flavor it up. If plain water is boring, add lemon, cucumber, or mint. Herbal teas, unsweetened, and broth count. Just be mindful of high sugar juices, which can negate the benefits. Proper hydration supports every system in your body, from your kidneys to your brain. Mistake number three, relying solely on supplements, the magic pill illusion. Supplements, whether it's a multivitamin, collagen, or turmeric, are meant to supplement a good diet, not replace one. Too many people spend hundreds of dollars on powders and pills while still eating processed, nutrient-poor foods. The fix: food first, supplements second, and smartly. Nutrient synergy. Nutrients work best when they come packaged together in food. The fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins in a piece of broccoli work synergistically in a way a single pill cannot replicate. Targeted supplementation. Certain supplements are essential for this age group. As discussed in Part 1, vitamin D, omega-3s, and often vitamin B12 due to decreased stomach acid affecting absorption. Use supplements to plug known gaps, confirmed through blood tests if possible, not as a blanket solution. Quality matters. If you do supplement, choose high-quality brands with third-party testing to ensure you are getting what the label promises. Mistake number 4. Skipping mobility work in favor of only strength. You're dedicated to your strength training. Amazing. But if you only focus on lifting weights without addressing your range of motion, you're building a strong, but potentially stiff and injury-prone body. Loss of mobility, the ability to move a joint through its full range, is a key factor in daily struggle. The fix: dedicate 10 minutes to flow. Hip focus. Hips are the center of your functional universe. Practice gentle hip circles, figure 4 stretches, and the kneeling hip flexor stretch daily. This prevents the hunched posture and improves walking stride. Shoulder health. Combat the hours spent sitting by incorporating doorway stretches and shoulder blade squeezes. Good shoulder mobility is crucial for reaching overhead and preventing upper back pain. The daily flow. Treat your body like a car. You wouldn't drive without oil. A 10-minute gentle, deliberate stretching or yoga session, even following a YouTube video, is your body's daily lubrication. The recovery imperative: sleep, stress, and the hormonal symphony. We've covered movement and nutrition. Now for the secret weapon that dictates how well those first 2 things actually work: recovery. If you're not sleeping well, or you're living in a constant state of low-grade stress, your body simply cannot repair muscle, regulate metabolism, or fight inflammation effectively. Sleep, the ultimate anti-aging pill. This is when the magic happens. Sleep is when your brain cleans. House, when growth hormone, essential for muscle repair, is released, and when your immune system is regulated. The post-60 sleep challenge. It's common for sleep to become more fragmented as we age. We spend less time in deep, restorative sleep, slow-wave sleep. Sleep hygiene is your priority. 1. The light rule. Get exposure to bright natural light within 30 minutes of waking up. This helps set your internal circadian rhythm. 2. The dark and cool rule. Make your bedroom pitch black and cool, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. Darkness signals the release of melatonin, the sleep hormone. 3. The screen cutoff. Stop using bright screens, phones, tablets, TV, at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light suppresses melatonin release, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. Stress management. Taming cortisol. Chronic stress releases cortisol, the stress hormone. High, sustained levels of cortisol are linked to increased belly fat storage, muscle breakdown, reduced bone density, and chronic inflammation. In short, chronic stress physically makes you older. Simple tools to counter stress. Mindful breathing. When you feel stress rising, stop and take 10 deep, slow breaths. Exhale longer than you inhale. This simple action directly signals your parasympathetic rest and digest nervous system to calm down. Nature therapy. Spend 20 minutes outside, ideally in a green space. Forest bathing, or simply sitting on a park bench, has been proven to significantly lower cortisol and blood pressure. Prioritize connection. Loneliness and isolation are massive stress amplifiers. Regularly connecting with friends, family, or community groups is a powerful physiological stress reliever. If you're finding this deep dive into health fascinating, and you're already making mental notes about your hydration or your workout modification, please let me know by hitting the subscribe button right now. By subscribing, you ensure you don't miss our upcoming deep dives into brain health, hormone balance, and longevity. Plus, it helps support the mission of keeping this powerful knowledge free for everyone. We've now covered the core of movement, nutrition, common pitfalls, and the foundation of recovery. In the final part, we will bring it all together by creating your personalized, sustainable health, structure, and addressing the psychological side of aging well. If you made it this far, you're not just passively listening, you're actively investing in your future self. We've covered the crucial shifts in movement, the necessity of protein, and the mistakes that often derail progress. Now let's talk about the final, most crucial component, consistency and the power of the mind-body. Connection, because a fantastic plan that you can't stick to is worthless, and true physical health is impossible without mental well-being. The sustainability secret, making health a habit, not a hobby. We often treat health like a crash diet or a temporary training camp. We go all in for 2 weeks, get burnout, and quit. For longevity, we need to shift our focus from intensity to consistency. The 1% rule. Small changes, monumental results. Forget the idea of a complete overhaul. Your goal should be to get 1% better every day. This is the secret to building habits that stick. 1. The habit stacking technique. Attach a new habit to an old one. Old habit, brewing your morning coffee. New habit. While the coffee brews, do 10 wall push-ups and 1 minute of balance on. One leg, using the counter for support. Old habit, brushing your teeth. New habit. Do gentle calf stretches or heel raises while brushing. This works because you're leveraging the momentum of it. Existing strong habit. 2. Lower the barrier to entry. Make it ridiculously easy to succeed. If getting to the gym feels like a chore, just commit to 15 minutes of movement in your living room. If preparing a healthy meal seems overwhelming, simply commit to chopping up enough vegetables for 3 days on Sunday afternoon. When the barrier is low, motivation isn't required. You just do it. 3. The non-zero day, the most powerful consistency trick. A non-zero day means you do something toward your goal, no matter how small. Did you only do 5 minutes of stretching? Non-zero day. Did you just drink 1 extra glass of water? Non-zero day. The goal is to never let a day go by where you do absolutely nothing. This maintains the momentum, accountability, and community. Your support system. Trying to do it all alone is exhausting. Human beings are social creatures, and our health thrives in community. Find your buddy. Exercise with a friend, partner, or group. Studies show that people who exercise with others are more likely to stick with a routine and push themselves slightly harder, safely, of course. Track progress, but not obsessively. Keeping a simple journal of what you ate, how you moved, and how you slept doesn't have to be clinical. It's simply a record of your successful days. Seeing those consecutive non-zero days is an incredible motivator. The power of your doctor. Never be afraid to be an advocate for your own health. Ask your physician about targeted blood tests, vitamin D, B12, cholesterol, and discuss your exercise plan. A good doctor is your partner in longevity. The ultimate connection, mindset and physical health. Physical health isn't separate from mental health. It's driven by it. Your brain controls your movement, your cravings, your sleep, and your stress response. To be physically healthy, you must intentionally cultivate a resilient, positive mindset. The fear of movement versus the joy of capability. One of the biggest psychological roadblocks after 60 is the fear of falling or the fear of injury. This fear is rational, but if it causes you to stop moving, it creates a vicious cycle. Less movement leads to less strength, which makes the fall more likely. The shift: focus on capability, not avoidance. Every time you practice your single leg stand, you're training your body's reflexes to prevent a fall. Every time you stand up from a chair without using your hands, you are reinforcing your independence. Practice joyful movement. What did you love to do when you were younger? Dancing? Gardening? Swimming? Reintroduce activities that bring you genuine pleasure. The exercise you enjoy is the exercise you will do consistently. Cultivating gratitude and purpose. Research is increasingly clear. A strong sense of purpose and a habit of gratitude are predictors of better physical health outcomes, lower rates of depression, and even faster recovery from illness. Gratitude practice. Spend 2 minutes every morning thinking of or writing down 3 things you are genuinely grateful for. This simple act rewires your brain to focus on the positive, reducing overall stress and boosting mood. The why. Remind yourself why you're doing this. It's not just to avoid illness, it's to play with your grandchildren, to travel without pain, to enjoy your hobbies, and to be present for the people you love. Your why is your greatest fuel. We've covered a tremendous amount of ground together, from the specific needs of your muscles and bones to the critical connection between your sleep and your stress levels. You now have the full toolkit: resistance training, targeted nutrition, error correction, and mindset mastery. The next step is yours. Don't wait for Monday or the new year. Take one action today. Drink that extra glass of water, do those 10 wall push-ups, or simply take 5 minutes to breathe deeply and set your daily intention. Your body is ready for this chapter of strength and vitality. If this video has inspired you to take action, please, before you go, click that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments, what is the one habit you are going to start today? I love reading your commitments and cheering you on. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Stay strong, stay consistent, and remember, the best years of movement are still ahead of you. Be well.